Hey, what's up guys? Captain Zach here. Well, the most wonderful time of the year has arrived. So I have it on good authority that a few cohos are showing up in the area in some decent numbers. So we're about mid-July right now. So it's about time that they start to show themselves. So I'm really hoping to put the first coho of 2021 in the boat today. We're out here working a high tide turn. So I'm about an hour before the high is gonna turn. So often right at that turn is when the salmon really turn on. So it's a good setup, good spot. If the cohos are here, we should get some action shortly. We got a fish on. That didn't take long. This one feels kind of small. I wonder if it's a pink salmon. Oh, this is actually a little baby king, so he's definitely going back. Still a good start. Well, we're looking for cohos, not those baby feeder kings, but that's okay. That's still a good start. That little king came up so quick. It was hard to get the net ready and the gear cleared before it was right at the boat. Definite bite there. It's amazing how they bite and don't get hooked. Got hooks flying around everywhere down there with that hoochie. Somehow they miss it. Coffee, water, stuff's going everywhere. This feels like another little smaller one. But I'll play him out just in case. I think we got another little king here. Okay, well, 2 kings in about 20 minutes. That's not a bad start. Maybe the cohos will show up soon. I adjusted my depth a little bit, so I started there at around 45 feet, which is a perfectly acceptable range for coho. But since I picked up those 2 kings, often the kings tend to run a little deeper, so now I'm moving it up to 35 just to see if I can get above those kings and perhaps into the silvers. Fish on. See what we got here. Nice. This is a real salmon. You know what? We're going to work him to this side. Hey, let's see what we got. Nice. Welcome aboard the first coho of 2021. Well, there we go. One coho in the box. He's not a monster, but certainly still a nice fish and a fun fight. Hopefully there's a few more where that came from. Well, there you go. Never be afraid to switch it up. So always be tinkering when you're trolling. So different colors, color combination, depths, different speeds, different directions. Sometimes just the subtlest change can actually make a big difference and turn a bite on. So just right there, I was a little bit deeper picking up those kings. Just made a 10-foot switch, a little shallower, and then bang. Within 5 minutes, there was a coho. So always be switching it up. Ooh, yeah, here's a fish. That worked so well last time, maybe we'll try landing him over here again. Just like that, 2 coho. After all that, it was actually just a big humpy, a pink salmon. I think we're gonna send him back. Well, no shortage of action today. I thought that was gonna be our second coho, but he's just a big pink. Still a fun fight. Boy, all that and the tide hasn't even turned yet. Should be turning any minute now. Okay, I'm switching it up again. I tossed a herring on there. So everything in the ocean eats a herring. So hopefully a coho will eat one soon. Come on, where did that hot bite go? It seemed like we were getting fish after fish there. Tide turned, and then as quick as it turned on, it turned off. Well, hopefully there's another wave or two of salmon that are gonna come through on this tide before things totally shut off. Oh, that's a heartbreak. Right when my line got to the right depth there, it popped the clip immediately. So I had a strike right off the bat and unfortunately just didn't connect. Hey, nice fish, guys. Good job. Fish on. That jumper was a good sign. Nice, this one's fighting. Certainly fighting like a coho, pretty acrobatic. Wow. Keep the boat in gear a little bit here. Well, unfortunately, that's a little king. We're gonna be sending him back. See the spots on his tail? Well, when they have spots on the lower lobe of the tail and a black tongue, that means it's a king. When I tossed that king back, I said the spots on the lower lobe of the tail and then black tongue. I meant black tongue and black gums as well. Cohos have black tongues. The way you really differentiate between a coho and a king, it's the black gums as well. The coho, you can see some white in their gums, and the coho will not have any spots on the lower lobe of their tail. So sometimes it can be tricky, but if you really pay attention, those are two of the tells that'll give it away right away. I went a jumper. Last time I saw a jumper, I caught a little king. Yeah, I think I got another little one on here. Yeah, it's not really fighting like much. Okay, well that's 4 kings, 1 pink, and 1 coho. Not a bad little trolling session. We got a fish on. Nope, it's another one of those little kings. Oh, popped off. Put it right back down. I was pretty convinced that was a little king because it just came up super quick and didn't really have a ton of fight to it. But then right as it jumped off 5 feet from the boat, of course I'm second guessing whether it was a little king or whether it happened to be a small coho. So either way, it wasn't a big salmon, so happy to let it swim regardless, but certainly would have loved to see whether that was a king or a coho now. I'm gonna say it's a little king. Well, all in all, that was a total blast. You know, just trolling a little bit before and after that high tide turn, especially with just 1 rod, that was a solid amount of action. So we boated 4 kings, 1 nice pink, and the first keeper coho of the year. And then we had that 1 mystery salmon sort of get off, you know, right at the boat. But other than that, just really like an awesome start to the coho season. The fact that the salmon are starting to show up, getting some action, trolling around the tides. Good stuff, can't beat it. Trolling around Juneau, Alaska.